Aloha, it's Katie, and I know you're bored in the house.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house.
Before you get bored of this video, which I know you will because everyone has an attention span of 7 seconds these days, let me tell you about these 10 apps that will become your next best friend. Trust me, they're already mine. Number 1, Netflix. My first instinct whenever I'm bored is just Netflix. There have been days where I sleep at 5 a.m. just binging a show. Scarlet Heart. My recent favorites and recommendations though are Love is Blind for reality, Never Have I Ever for comedy and just coming of age, Crash Landing on You for romance and drama, and Vagabond for thriller and crime. Number 2 is Medium. It's a community where you can read and write articles. Since I'm done with finals, I'm trying to write an article for every project I started this semester. So whether that's apps I've built, websites I've designed, or side projects I started, especially the student organization my friends and I started called Cornell University this semester, I really want to break down these projects and summarize them in a quick 5-minute article to share with other people in case they want to get creative too. I am new to Medium, so if you have an account and you're curious about the projects I just mentioned, then please follow me at Aloha KDX. Number 3, TikTok. Honestly, this app is way too good of a time suck, so I try to stay away from it unless it's to learn those dance moves that I will never get to use at a party because of the situation right now. But if you've ever wanted to go viral or gain a following, I think TikTok is a great starting point. Number 4, Spotify. I'm always on the hunt for new music and podcasts. I have been told though I have very niche music taste, ranging from dream pop to EDM to psychedelic, country, indie, Latin pop. For podcasts though, I would really recommend it. Snacks Daily for tech news, The Pitch for entrepreneurship. You hear about all these new ideas that people are starting and they try to convince these investors to give them money. Not Overthinking for philosophy, the Ashley Graham podcast or Girl Boss Radio for lifestyle, The School of Greatness for motivation, and Bag Ladies for commentary. It's hilarious. I actually met one of the hosts and she's hilarious. Like, I have been binging this one nonstop. 5th app, Lightroom. I use it to edit my old travel photos to pretend that today isn't my 58th day that I haven't left the house. It reminds me that there's so much of the world that's still out there and we'll be there when we return after this quarantine period. Number 6, Goodreads. So this is the app that all bookworms go to find new books, and honestly I just spend most of my time reading the blurbs and not the actual books. Does anyone else have this problem? I've been obsessed with YA, fantasy, sci-fi, and romance recently. I read Imagine Me, a little disappointed, not gonna lie, because I really love the Shatter Me series, The Shadows Between Us, and The Night Circus. I'm also trying to read Ready Player One right now. Number 7, Webtoon. If you had a Wattpad phase where you loved reading stories online, then this is the natural progression. Digital comics. Side note, does anyone remember QuoteHub or QuoteV? Because that was popular before Wattpad, and if you remember that, you're an OG. I only follow 2 webtoons, True Beauty and Lore Olympus. Please comment if you have any recommendations, because I know a lot of K-dramas start out as webtoons, like What's Wrong with Secretary Kim and Love Alarm. Number 8, I have 2 recommendations for this, and I call it the Designer Starter Pack, but Adobe Draw and Dribble. Adobe Draw is this great app where you can draw illustrations, which I use on my iPad, and there's also Dribble, which is this new website for UI and UX design inspiration. So think Pinterest, but for UI UX design. We're almost there, guys. Number 9, don't kill me on this one, but LinkedIn. And I tell myself this is an acceptable app to waste time on because it's for career development and your professional life, but I really just find the failure stories entertaining, and you should add me. Katie Tracy. Number 10, the final one, is Reddit. Now Reddit is a relatively new one for me. I'm still exploring the full depths of this, but I've been lurking a lot more since quarantine because I have a friend who always sends me these threads about debates people have about which grading policies we should do. Nowadays there's also discussions about whether classes are going to be online or in person, and it's just very entertaining to see the discussions and arguments in favor or against these new policies, and it makes me feel very woke. But anyways, I'm done with finals and I'm done with school, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. Those are all the apps though. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I am a sophomore at Cornell, well, Zoom University, honestly. Comment what your favorite apps are or what activities you've been turning to this quarantine to stay entertained or just, you know, do something meaningful. If you want to keep in touch, I'm only a DM away on Instagram at Aloha KDX, and I'll link all my social medias down below. I hope you all are staying safe, and let's get creative this summer. Or winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. I got you. Bye guys.